Hello, it's the Amateur Detectorist here with a Fallout 4 video. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different by making a tutorial on how you can make 4 different variants of weapons, real life weapons, based around the new handmade rifle that was introduced with the Nuka World DLC. So let's head to the weapons craft table and let's get started. As you can see, I've got the AK-47, the AKS, the Dragunov and the RPK. So let's start with the AK-47. First of all, I've gone with the powerful automatic receiver. Only because it's the most powerful. To get more damage out of it, you can go for pretty much any automatic receiver there. Perhaps not one with these, this design because of the stock, but the main body of the gun doesn't look right. I prefer this one. The barrel, I've gone for a medium sort of length barrel. You don't want to go for too long like this. That's wrong. You don't want to go for a sniper barrel. I know what I've got is called a sniper barrel, but the length is right. The length and the design is right, so that's what I've gone for. Pretty much anything around that sort of length is good. Don't want to go short like that. You want a medium sort of length barrel. And the stock, you've got 5 different options for stocks there, and they haven't actually got the proper AK-47 stock on the game, so this light stock is the closest thing you'll get to it, really. The magazine, you can go for the large quick eject magazine. It looks about the right sort of length and it makes it look exactly like the AK-47. You can go for any sight you want, that's all down to personal preference. I've got mine as the standard sights but with glow sight attachment. I've added the compensator just to help with the recoil of the gun and the control. And the colours, I've gone with the operator colours because it's basically the standard colours, but it looks brand new. Well, not brand new necessarily, but it looks cleaner and polished up. But what I'm going to do to my gun is I'm going to put a silencer on it. Purely because of the fact that I used to love the AK-47 in COD 4. Without any sights, just the plain iron sights and a silencer, the recoil of the gun, the power of it, the way it used to fire, used to be able to kill people across the map on COD 4. It was brilliant with the silencer, so that's what I'm going to do to mine. You could also add a bayonet. This bayonet looks pretty good, but I don't have the required ranks in big leagues to get the melee weapons. The AK-47, it was development began for this weapon towards the end of the Second World War, and I believe it began to see service in 1949. I'm pretty sure in most African nations and probably third world nations like that, it's still being used today because it's such a cheap, sort of reliable, easy to make gun, and there's just so many of them. So let's move on to the AKS. The AKS was a smaller version. It was more compact than the AK-47. It's basically the same gun, but as I said, it's just more compact. So I've gone for the same receiver. Keep it automatic, but to get the most power out of it. Now for this, you want to go for the short barrel. You can see there. There's only one option for it, which is the short covered improved barrel. So that's definitely what you want to go for, without a doubt. The quick eject magazine again, definitely go for the large quick eject magazine again. The sight comes down to preference. The stock, I have gone with no stock, though you can go with a light stock to improve accuracy, but to get the actual look of the AKS, I've gone with no stock. Well, I've got the improved pistol grip stock, but it's still no stock. As I said, the sight down to preference, the compensator just to help with the accuracy, and again operator colours to make it look cleaner and more polished. Next we will move on to the Dragunov, which was a gun that was developed in the late 50s, I think, and I think it started to see service in about the early 60s. For this I have chosen the advanced receiver, which makes the gun semi-automatic. The power, you can see the damage is a lot higher than the automatic receiver, but it doesn't really matter which one you go for as long as it's semi-automatic and not fully automatic. For this, I've gone with one of the longest barrels you can choose, which is the long covered sniper barrel. I've chosen the best option that I can, purely for the accuracy and the range of it, and it looks right. The stock, you definitely want to go for the marksman stock with this, because this is the sort of basic stock that they were made with. It was the for some reason it's not showing up, there we go. Big sort of rectangle design with the holes for grip and comfort. That's definitely what you go for. Of course they were later adapted with other stocks, but this is the sort of classic looking stock that you want to go for. Dragunov's only had small magazines, so you want to go for the small quick eject magazine, or not necessarily quick eject, but anything small like this. So the standard magazine or the small quick eject would both be fine. Scope, any scope you want. I've gone for a long range scope because I'm using it as a sniper, and I've gone for the muzzle brake to add a bit more length to the barrel. Just to, because if you look at images of the Dragunov, they've got the longer barrel past the sight. So that's why I've gone for the muzzle brake to add that. And again, operator colours. And finally, we have the RPK, which I think was designed in the early 60s and used in the early 60s. And again, we have the powerful automatic receiver, making it automatic. It's got the right look. I've gone for a long barrel for this because it is a light machine gun, so you want a nice long barrel for this. Now what you'll see in most pictures is that the RPK does come with a bipod attached, but unfortunately you cannot have a bipod on this game. I'm sure there might be mods for it eventually, but yeah, it's quite hard to see how this looks like the RPK without the bipod. I mean, I can see it because I can imagine it without the bipod, but if you had the bipod it would look a lot better. The stock, again, I've gone with the marksman stock. Now this one's a bit of a tricky decision because RPK stocks were usually they sort of look like the marksman stock, but they were a solid piece of wood. But to my knowledge, you can get RPKs without a stock or tool like that. So if you wanted, you could just go for that option, but I've gone for the marksman stock because it looks similar to what you could get, and purely for the help with the recoil. Definitely you want to go for a drum magazine. This is an LMG, so you want to increase the amount of rounds you can. I think this puts it up to 75 rounds, and yeah, I've gone for the quick eject because it just helps things. Any sight you want, I prefer the red dot sight, so that's what I've gone for. Compensator, that's all down to preference. You can have a silencer, you can have a compensator, you could have the muzzle brake if you wanted. Probably wouldn't recommend using a bayonet, but I've gone with the compensator, and once again I have chosen the operator colours. So there you go, you got 4 realistic looking weapons based on the Fallout handmade rifle, AK-47, the AKS, the Dragunov and the RPK. I hope you've enjoyed this little tutorial video. I like the look of the guns. I'm definitely going to be putting them on the wall in my museum. If you haven't seen that video of my museum, you can find it on my channel in my playlists. And yeah, I like the look of the guns. I like they've added these into Fallout. And that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like, and please do subscribe if you've enjoyed what you've watched. I appreciate any and all subscribes, likes and comments. Ta-ta for now.